Are we good? We good? Okay, I think we're live. How is everyone today? That is the first question. I don't know whether you guys can notice, but look at my camera footage. I actually got a new webcam a couple of days ago. So the live stream quality looks so much better, which is exciting as anything. I will maybe ramble for a few more moments while we have a few more people jumping on. So for those of you that are new to these live streams, I typically do these once a month-ish, unless I feel the need to jump on and have a live chat to you guys more than once a month. Sometimes that does happen because I really enjoy jumping on live and interacting with you guys live. So generally they're once a month, and generally we talk about new releases. So I give you my opinion on a few new releases, and you guys also get to have a chat to me and let me know what you guys think about those said new releases. And first of all, we have Suzanne. All good. Ramble away. Thank you, Suzanne. I know you always listen to me ramble on. Yeah, so we might jump on into it and people can just chime on in when they're ready to go. So I will bring up Instagram for anyone that is new. As always, I find the new releases from Instagram. I find that's the easiest way to keep up to date with new releases and find out what new releases are coming out in the future. Now, just have to remember where there it is. They've like changed where you find your saved options in Instagram nowadays. So it's got to remember where to find them. So I have like all of these things to talk about with you guys. So we'll see if we can get through all of them. If not, might have to save some of them for the next live stream. So we might start off with the new Morphe release, and we have the 35G Bronze Goals Artistry palette. Along with this palette, I think it was also released some bronzes. I can't quite remember for sure if it was this exact release or if it was something else. But this is what the palette looks like. So typical Morphe 35 palette. I don't know whether this camera is going to be able to focus on that all that well, but it's a typical Morphe 35 palette. This is a bronzy palette. It is pretty typical Morphe. Very bland, very boring. Nothing special with this one. So I won't be picking this one up. And you guys know I don't really have any intention on trying anything from Morphe anytime soon. Maybe one day when they release something that grabs my attention, I might be tempted to pick it up. But to this day, I have not been tempted to pick anything up from Morphe. So that one is also going to be a pass. This one here actually did catch my attention, and it is the Violet Voss Sugar Crystals palette. So on the top line here, we have like the pigment colors, and then each row going down is a variation of like this top pigment color in like shimmer glitter formulas. I was very tempted by this palette. It is $42 US. I'm very tempted. This is another picture of it. I'm going to have to play with the settings on this webcam to see if I can fix this not being picked up as clear. Yeah, so I was very tempted by this, except the fact that I saw some swatches of it, and it's the bottom row basically that kind of turned me off of it. I really like shimmers. I really like colourful shimmers as well, but I just couldn't justify $42 US. In Australian dollars, that'd be what, probably nearly $60. So yeah, I just can't justify that kind of pricing for a palette like this. I don't really have a good reason why I passed on it. I am sorry if I just blew your eardrums. I don't really have a really, really good reason why I didn't pick this palette up. It just wasn't something that just deep down I really knew that I needed in my collection. Moving on, Sigma has brought out some brow products, which is exciting. So they have like everything under the sun in this collection. We have some, what are they? brow waxes. So we have a prime and control and a clean up and highlight. We have some brow pencils, brow gels in different colors. We have a pomade. What else have we got? We've got some brow powders and also some brushes. This collection looks really exciting to me. I don't know why. It's just brow products. It's nothing groundbreaking. But I think for Sigma, it is something that their collection, like it's the next progression in their collection that they needed. I probably won't pick up anything out of this collection. And I think from what I understand, Sigma has signed like an exclusivity deal with Sephora Australia. So these products will probably be pretty pricey in Australia. Typically, products that are at Sephora are super duper expensive. So I'm going to give this one a pass. I probably will check it out in store and see what it's like and see what the prices are like. If it's cheaper than Anastasia Beverly Hills, I may be tempted, but I don't really like giving Sephora Australia my money because they don't really offer the best service. I would rather give Mecca my money. So I'm not quite sure. And I'm a little bit annoyed that they have signed an exclusivity deal with Sephora Australia. I have a friend that owns like a local salon here, and she had, she stocked Sigma, and they've pretty much said, no, we're not selling anything else to you. You're in Australia. We've signed exclusive with Sephora. So any of the smaller guys that stocked Sigma in Australia have just kind of been shot in the foot by Sephora. And I don't think that's very fair. People that have kind of supported Sigma in Australia for so long, they're just like kicking them to the curb because Sephora's come in and taken away the exclusive right. Anyway, moving on, Beauty Blender has released 4 new primers. So what is actually in this collection? We have the Leveler, which is a smoothing primer. Opalescence is a hydrating primer. Selfie Shield is a absorbing invisible SPF 38 dry oil primer with no flashback. That's interesting. And then what else is there? Oh, there's 2 shades of the Leveler. So there's a light, medium, and a tan deep shade in them. I'm kind of shying away from primers. I don't know. What do you guys think? I am kind of starting to feel like primer is useless for me. I think it really depends on what type of foundation I'm wearing for me. If I'm just wearing like an everyday foundation, I don't really feel the need for primer. I don't really have that many skin concerns that I'm worried about that warrant me paying the extra money for a primer. I do think that I'm interested about the Leveler and what it exactly does. It's designed to like blur redness, enlarge pores, and minimize the shine. So I'm interested in that. It comes in 2 shades. I don't know whether that's really enough, but we're going to leave that debate for today. Light, medium, and tan deep. It's not really enough. There are people that are lighter than the light and deeper than the deep. So I don't know whether 2 shades is really enough for starters, but we'll see where we go. Maybe they might bring out more shades in the Leveler, but I doubt it. I'm not going to hold my breath. So I'm going to pass on those ones. And yeah, I would like to try the Beauty Blender foundation though. I've heard really good things, and I think it might be really good for my oily skin. So I'm tempted to pick up the foundation when I use up some more in my stash. I have a lot to use up in my stash before I even think about buying a new foundation. Moving on, we have the Coloured Rain Safari Rain collection. So this comes with a 9-pan palette and then 3 lipsticks, and I thought there was more to this collection. There's obviously not. So when I saw the packaging of this, I was like, this is going to be a palette that I want to buy. Now that I see the inside, I'm not 100% sold on it. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty. Don't get me wrong. It's really, really pretty. I actually saw Yori from the Personal Beauty Lab do a review on this, and she said in her eyes she thought this would be a really good palette for people that have more crepey eyelids and more mature eyelids. And I feel like sometimes I do get the crepiness on my eyelids depending on like what state they're in. Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I do get those crepey eyelids depending on what kind of mood my eyelids are in. But I don't know, I just feel like they kind of missed the mark a little bit with this one for me. It just doesn't really, yeah, it just doesn't really hit me like it should. It does look really nice on darker skin tones, like it swatches really nice. And typically, Coloured Rain, the pigmentation is amazing. It's like Juvia's Place. Like Juvia's Place is phenomenal in pigmentation. When I compare this one to the new Juvia's Place palette, I'm leaning more towards the Juvia's Place, but I feel like there might probably be space in my collection for both. I'm just trying to control my spending a little bit more. You guys know that. So I feel like this would probably this one's going to be a miss for me. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. I typically am not the biggest fan of goldy colors, and there's about 3 of them in the palette. So those would probably be a waste for me as well. So I'm going to pass on this one. The lipsticks I've heard are really good, but I can't really justify just picking up a lipstick from an international retailer and paying the international shipping for one lipstick. Suzanne saying might be a good one for me. Tempted. I was actually thinking of you when I said that. And the metallic, Coloured Rain Metallica look lovely. Yeah, the metallic formula are lovely from Coloured Rain. I do agree. Moving on to another one that I was really tempted with, but I ended up passing on, and that is the Anastasia Riviera palette. You guys have probably all seen this, like it's right here. This is another one that I kind of can't really understand why I haven't picked it up, but I saw swatches come out of it and I saw the reviews and I was just like, yeah, like it's just another palette that I feel like I'm going to put in my collection and forget about. I generally like the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula, but they are palettes in my collection that I tend to forget about and just put in my drawer and rarely ever use. Like I said, I do like the formula, but yeah, and from the reviews and the looks that I saw people doing, I wasn't 100% sold on it. So I'm going to leave this one and maybe swatch it in store. Anastasia Beverly Hills is now, I think, online with Mecca and in store, I think in store and online with Sephora Australia. So I might go in store to Sephora, swatch it, see what it's like, and then buy it online through Mecca. I'm sorry, guys, for coughing. I'm still recovering from being sick, so my throat's getting a little bit dry. Yeah, so this one, and with the color story, they missed it a little bit for me as well. I would have really liked to see some kind of matte blue in there, maybe like a lighter matte blue as well as a navy, or one or the other. I don't really think the browns needed to be in there, but this could probably be a good option for those of you that haven't played with color all that much. And you can use the color on the lid and blend it out with the brown colors. But for me, I wish they just ran with the color palette story and didn't include like the brown. There are the 3-ish pinks that they have in there, and when I've seen them swatch, they do look pretty similar. So they've missed the mark with a few of the colors, and I feel like they could have improved. There's also a bronze in there and a silver. I don't know whether that really needed to be in a colorful palette. So a little bit disappointed with where they went with this one. I was excited to see what it was going to swatch like and what people's looks were like. And when I saw that it was going to be a colorful palette, I was like, sign me up. But yeah, it's just missed the mark. So I'll keep you posted on that one. I don't think I will end up buying it. I don't really feel the need at the moment to buy much. So we'll see where we go with that one. Oh, here's the swatches of that. These are the swatches of this is the Sugar Crush palette from Violet Boss. So the colors do swatch really nicely. These blues and this purple are really what grabbed my attention in this palette. So I think I should probably maybe just try and find them in singles instead of buying a whole palette. It Cosmetics is coming out with a Confidence in a Foundation. A double there. This has a crap load of colours. Let me see. I don't know how many colours to be exact, but it has a lot of colours in this collection. So kudos to them for having a large range of colours right from get-go. That's a good tick for them. I'm not the biggest fan of It Cosmetics kind of in general. I've tried a few of their products and they haven't really been for me. Their brushes are really nice though. I would love to pick up some of their brushes, but they are hella expensive. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. This doesn't really jump to the top of my list of foundations that I want to try. When it came out, I was like, oh yeah, cool. Like they haven't got a foundation in their range. It's something that they've been missing, but it's not something that I'm missing from them. So I'm going to pass on that one as well. Lime Crime came out with these weird lip gloss things. They are what are they called? The wet cherry lip gloss. They look really gross on the lips. They look really, really sticky on the lips. They have some pretty cool colors, like with this bright pink and orange, but they look they look so bad. They look super sticky. And glittery. They have a lot of glitter in them. So needless to say, this is going to be something that I am not going to pick up if you haven't judged my sarcasm yet. Yeah, no. I don't need any more lip glosses. I don't wear enough lip gloss as it is. I constantly get hair stuck in my lip gloss and I don't need any more hair in my lip gloss. What else do we have? Oh, Tarte and their Sugar Rush collection. I haven't spoken about this stuff. Came out ages ago in my eyes. They have like this kiddies collection. I know a lot of people are bagging this, but I don't feel like it's the worst move for Tarte. I know a lot of their stuff sometimes can seem a bit childish. So I don't know whether, I don't think that this collection is the worst thing for Tarte to bring out. Me personally, I won't be buying it, but I don't think it's the worst thing for their collection, considering they generally do have some, like they've got those weird flamingo brushes and those weird wine glass brushes and different things like that. So I do feel like there's kind of a place in the Tarte range for something like this for like younger people. I don't think that this is for the market that they're aiming it for. I think they've said it's aimed for like under 20s or something, which is fair enough, but like I don't think it's aimed for people in their early 20s, which I think is that's what their like target market is. I think this is probably better for people that are around like the 12-year-old-ish. I just found the mute button, so every time I need to cough, I'll turn the mute button on for you. Yeah, I don't think this is the worst collection for Tarte at all. But I do think that they should be aiming it at a lower market than what they are. I think this is a good idea for younger people. Like if I had a daughter that was like around 10 or so, I would probably buy this stuff for her, because a lot of the kids' makeup that is out there on the market at the moment, it doesn't have the best ingredients. Your 16-year-old, my 16-year-old daughter, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like that kind of age bracket or younger, like 10 to 16, 17. I think I would probably buy this if I was 17. Yeah, that's the kind of demographic that I think they should be aiming it at, not people like, I'm probably too old for it. I think they're aiming it for more like 20 to 30 range. So when I look at this, I'm like, I would not buy this stuff. This stuff is way too childish for me. I think that this should be aimed at the younger kids. And I think that purely because when I look at makeup that is at like toy stores, even like the whole Claire's debacle, I would not feel safe. I would not feel safe letting my child or any young girl that I know use that kind of stuff. You don't know what the hell they're putting on their face. I have more faith in Tarte producing some good products with decent ingredients that aren't actually going to harm them. So this is something that I would be more inclined to buy for like younger people. I hope that all makes sense. Yeah. I hope I got that off across well. Yeah, like when I think about all that kids makeup or the toy makeup, the things that they're putting in that stuff, because it's a toy, they don't have to abide by the same rules that like the cosmetic industry has to abide by. So I think it's safer if you're planning on buying makeup for anyone younger that you know to just buy a cheaper brand from like a drugstore rather than buying toy makeup or kids makeup. Like my little sister-in-law, I bought her a Chi Chi palette 1 year for her birthday because she started to get really interested in makeup. And I was like, I would rather buy you a Chi Chi palette because I know it's better than going to the toy section and buying your makeup. I think it's safer for you to buy something like that. The makeup in the Easter eggs would be cute for someone younger, definitely. That was the first thing I thought when I saw those. I was like, man, if I was like 10 and I got one of those little Easter eggs with makeup in it, I would be one happy girl. Okay, I think I've been talking about that one for way too long. Moving on, the BH Cosmetics and Daisy Marquez, I think that's how you pronounce her name, palette. I'm going to pass on this one, but I did want to mention this one because I thought it was pretty cool packaging. This is the one that has the lid that kind of lifts off and you can flip it and sit it in the packaging and have it like a little vanity mirror. The colors aren't for me, but I just thought the packaging was pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool idea. The Smashbox, the Hood Witch palette. This collection interests me. The palette is a no. The highlighter, though, I am very interested in. And as shameful as it is to say, mainly because of the packaging. The packaging is stunning on this one. It's got like these jewels on it. So I think the Hood Witch is like into crystals and different things like that. So I'm really interested in the packaging. And the highlighter I think would be good for my skin tone as well. But I'm also interested in the Primal Waters. So I am getting ridiculously obsessed with setting sprays at the moment. Okay, I think we're going to have to cut this one short today because I'm losing my voice and I can't stop coughing. So we have 3 Primal Waters. So there's one with jasmine and rose, lavender and sweet orange, and clary sage and tea. I'm interested in the jasmine and rose and the clary sage and tea. Very, very interested. The eye things that they have, I'm not interested in. What do they actually called them? Crystallized Always On Liquid Eyeshadow. I'm going to pass on them. I have way too many of the Stila glitters. I don't need any more liquid eyeshadows. And then we have a liquid primer, liquid highlighter, and some lip glosses and a coloured primerizer. So I'm not interested in any of them, but out of this whole collection, the highlighter and the primer waters, the primer sprays, I'm very interested in. Hey Mel, how are you? We have another member to the party. Yeah, so those are the few things that I'm really interested in this collection. I'm not sure, launching on the 6th of March. So I'm not sure when this collection is going live on Mecca, or if it is even going to be live on Mecca. If it's not, I'm very disappointed because I want some of those primer sprays. Winky Lux have released some new lipsticks. So we have 2 new pH lip balms, limited edition confetti range. These have confetti in them. Who wants confetti in their lipstick? On top of that, I thought the pH thing was like dead and gone, but Winky Lux are like, they're still trying to ride the train. I don't know anyone that actually uses these pH lipstick, lip gloss, lip balm things. The packaging looks nice, but I don't want confetti or glitter in my lip balm. Moving on, the Colourpop Just My Luck palette. I'm still tempted to buy this palette. It's this one here in the middle. Yeah, I'm still tempted to buy this palette. This is what these swatches look like when my camera decides to autofocus. I'm going to have to see how I can fix this up for you guys. Anyway, I'm sure you've seen the swatches. Yeah, I'm still tempted. These are only $12 US from Colourpop, so I'm super tempted. I'm super tempted. But I can't justify just buying one $12 palette and then paying for shipping. So it might be something that if I am purchasing from Colourpop in the future, I might just throw in my cart and pick it up. Yeah, I don't know. Greens and me, we don't really have the best relationship. So forking out $12 is a little bit more comfortable for me than paying more for a green palette. So I would be more comfortable dabbling in green with this kind of palette than something more expensive. More from Colourpop is the Spring Collection. Sorry, I have to cough. More from Colourpop is the Spring Collection. Now, the palette, you'll let me know when. Okay, thanks, Susan. What was I saying? I was tempted by the spring palette with the new glitter formula. That's what I was actually going to say. This palette has like 3 different formulas in it. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, this one here. The thing that I wanted to say about this palette that I haven't really seen many people comment on is I'm sure they've said that this has the the Super Shock formula in it. And I'm curious to know how this is going to work if it has the Super Shock formula in a palette that you can't technically seal. I know a lot of people say that their Super Shock shadows tend to dry out. So I'm interested to know how this is going to go if it's got the Super Shock formula in it. I'm just trying to see if I can find some details on, yeah, so it's got yours are already dried out, brought them 3 years ago. Yeah, I haven't actually looked to see if mine are dried out. I never reach for my Super Shock shadows. They're just something that I completely forget about. I never use them. The Super Shock blush works well. They're the ones in the twist pot, or is that ones in a palette? You think it only has one of the Super Shock formulas in it? Okay, that's all right. I think that they may have reformulated potentially because people are saying that they are lasting longer. You literally just decluttered all your Super Shock Super Shock blushes. Enjoyed them while they lasted. I have the blushes as well. I have the highlighters, blushes, and eyeshadows, and I never reach for them. So I don't really need the palette. Okay, you have, yeah, I did see, I think I saw this, they brought out some more of the Super Shock blush palettes. I think that's further up in my list to talk about. Yeah, so I'm just kind of interested to see how this palette will last with like all the formulas in one palette. It is a very pretty palette though. Of particular mention that I wanted to mention from this collection is these Jelly Much shadows, and particularly this purple one here. It really grabbed my attention. I saw that purple and I was like, oh, give it to me. It's beautiful. I don't need it. I probably would never use it, but it is so pretty. It's so pretty. Next up on the list, we have the Kat Von D Vegan Love palette. This palette is such a cringe. Such a cringe. So it's got like one of these really bad tattoo designs on it with vegan written in the heart. It's a solid pass, but God, this photo is actually from the Kat Von D Instagram page. These swatches down here are so bad. They are so bad. Like, they are just doing their palette such a disjustice, putting these swatches on their Instagram page for the palette. It's a solid pass. The colors, yeah, they swatch terribly. And the color range itself, it's just not interesting for me. So I'm going to pass on that one. Tarte have a new, if that's marketing, God help them. Yeah, I know. Well, look at everything that Kat Von D's been doing recently. She's got no idea about marketing. Tarte have a found sealer, which is the weirdest name in my opinion. But I'm gonna pass on this one as well. It's got Babasu. Babasu. I don't know what that is. A super balm from the rainforest. Yeah, no, I don't think this would work for my skin though either. Super balm from the rainforest to moisturize, soothe, and nourish skin. I don't know whether that would work for my skin. It sounds like it might be like really heavy moisture-wise. So I'm going to pass on this one. The shade range for Tarte is not terrible with this foundation. I think they may have well and truly learned their lesson. Potentially. I mean, it's still not the best. Like, it's still the lightest one probably could go lighter and the deepest could definitely go deeper. But I think for Tarte, it's semi all right. It's coming soon. They've got 5 different undertones, which is, I mean, it's better than nothing. 30 shades. Like, I mean, 30 shades is an all right shade range if you are going to do various different undertones. So, yeah, I don't think it's the worst shade range that Tarte have ever released. I'm going to skip that one because I've just come across the Urban Decay and Game of Thrones, one of the marketing pictures in my saved section. I'm going to keep scrolling because I actually have the actual collection saved higher. Cliona have sneak peeked their multi-chrome eyeshadows, and I think they've actually done a better sneak peek since when I saw these photos. Let me see. Looks like they've got 17 of these duochrome shadows. 17? That seems like a weird number. I think it's called the Stained Glass Collection as well. I'm just trying to find an actual photo of the collection. Yeah, Stained Glass Collection. And it will be a permanent collection. These look really nice, except a lot of them seem to be quite similar, in my opinion. They look very same, a lot of the colours. Yeah, they look very same. So I would probably be tempted to pick up 1 or 2 of these, but probably not the entire collection. I'm not quite sure how much these are going to be. I'm just trying to find a price, because that will depend on whether I buy the whole collection or not. Cliona is generally really good with doing bundle deals. They generally will put like the whole collection in a bundle for a cheaper price. Oh, really? Canadian dollars are almost at par with Australian dollars. Interesting to know. Interesting. You may have just persuaded me to potentially look at some stuff from Cliona if they're almost on par at the moment. I was looking at what was their last collection? The 66.5 degrees north, or the Dreamweaver collection. I think it was one of the two. And yeah, I'm pretty keen to try some of their eyeshadows at some point. It's just a matter of choosing. Like what collection to buy or what to buy. But I probably wouldn't buy a whole bundle of them. I'd rather buy, like, pick and choose from the different collections, just what grabs my attention. Rachel, hello, bootcamper. Long time no see. Nay, good afternoon. Welcome. Rachel says, new beauty releases, Glow Skin Beauty has some mega new beauty makeup kits. Okay, we might have to check that out on Instagram in a minute. What else do we have? Sol de Janeiro have released a Bum Bum. I know it's pronounced. I know you're supposed to pronounce it Boom Boom, but I love saying Bum Bum. Bum Bum Sol Oil, SPF 30. This is interesting, having an SPF in an oil. 80-minute water resistant illuminating sun protection oil for Brazilian babe skin. I feel like this would be so bad for me. I turn red at like the slightest little hint of sun. So adding an oil to my skin, I feel like that's just going to make me nice and red and crispy and ready to go. Chemical sunscreen, yes. It's odd, but maybe festival focused. I think that's probably definitely what they're going for. Could you imagine if you were at a festival, you just layer all this? I mean, it's got SPF in it, which isn't the worst thing. And I know chemical sunscreen, but I guess if you're advertising this as like a shimmer oil to put on your body and then go outside and look like a glowing goddess, having sunscreen in it is probably not the worst thing to have. So kudos to them for that, but I definitely won't be picking this up. Sol de Janeiro is so expensive. I have the Boom Boom cream, or the Bum Bum cream, however you want to say it. Yeah, I have that in the mini sample and then the bigger sample. And that stuff in Australia is like $60 for the largest bottle. Sol de Janeiro is so expensive in Australian dollars. It is ridiculous. I've seen it. It's scary while I was hiding under my UV clothing. Oh my God. Mum said bum is a bad word. For those of you that have just turned up, I'm still recovering from being sick. So I just am like pausing the microphone every now and then so I can cough because I'm losing my voice. Moving on from the Bum Bum cream, even though it's a bad word. We have Nikita Dragon, or is it pronounced Dragon or is it Dragon? Or I don't know how she pronounces her name. Nikita has come out with Dragon Beauty. Now, Nay, I have to talk about this. First of all, yeah, that's what I thought. Dragon. I feel like my Aussie accent struggles with this. So she's come out with her own makeup line. first of all, we need to talk about the like launch, release, pre-release video, which is so bad. It is so bad. There's like this weird like CGI animated cartoon character of her that like comes up out of the water, and she like struts over, and she's got this really, really ridiculously unrealistic body, figure, shape. It is so bad. On that note as well, like the ridiculous, unrealistic body shape as well is not a good, it's not a good way to portray women to other young women. Like, it's so unrealistic. And then she's kind of covered in this weird oil. Maybe it's the Brazilian Boom Boom oil, the new one. And then she struts over and picks up this egg, and inside the egg is her lip. It's not lip gloss. It's a color correcting. It's a color corrector. It's color corrector. And then we also have 2 powders. So that aside, I'm trying to think of how to word this. That aside, the reason why I think the whole ad is terrible, but I do think at the on the other side of things, I think it's good, because from what I understand is that she has aimed this at like the trans community, or the like the drag queens, all that kind of stuff, because it's designed to cover like the color of your beard hair. So I think that's really cool. I don't know whether it's the best. I think it's a bit weird being a first launch, but I do really like that she's aimed it. She's created for that reason. I think that's really cool. The whole video though is very cringy, very, very cringy. I'm not quite sure about the powders. I don't know how I feel about the powders. I think it's a bit weird coming up with just one color corrector. I think if you're going to aim color correctors, or start with color correctors, you'd come out with more than just one color. That's just me. I don't know. It feels weird just coming out with 2 products to launch, but I guess slow and steady wins the race. Like, normally when we get bombarded with things, we get very overwhelmed. Okay, back to the comments. Did you see Manny's review of the beard hiding color corrector? No, I have not seen that video. Need video corrector, video concealer. Need video corrector concealer. If you want me to do a video on color correcting, is that what you're saying, Suzanne? Yes, you're right. It's super specific. I know it's super specific. Sometimes though, the more specific, the better. Like, if you really niche down, you can be really quite successful. She says it's universal, but I agree, should have a few shades. Worth watch. Suzanne has been hilarious. Okay, I will definitely have to watch that. I don't really like Manny, but I will watch it because you've told me to watch it. I did see Nikki Tutorials used it as like an under eye corrector. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Yeah, he has something to add sometimes. Yeah, no, her video needs corrected and concealed. Okay, I get what you mean now. Yes, I totally agree, Suzanne. Her video definitely needs some color correction. Maybe that's why she looks the way she does, because she's used too much of the corrector and powder. She's corrected out her flaws and powdered to look like a shimmering, dripping, oily mess. What was I going to say? Yes, that's why I started laughing at myself. Yeah, she says it's universal, but I'm not quite sure about that. And I don't need like an orangey color corrector or under my eyes. I don't know how I feel about the universal aspect of it. Anyway, let's move on from that. So Sephora have released a Marvel collection, which is a total fail. This is another collection and just shake my head at. Sephora, sometimes they just really get it so wrong. Like, they just get it so wrong. They'll just buy the rights to something and slap it on their crappy product and call it a day. And that's exactly what they've done with this stuff. It is so bad. Even down to the point where these are their normal, like, cheek blush, cream blushes. And they haven't even, like, the packaging on the actual egg, they haven't even changed. They've just written Avengers on the outer carton and called it a day. This collection's been done so lazy. Like, it's just ridiculous. The only thing they've really done that is in line with the collection is I think this is the blush, the Captain America blush, which kind of looks like the Shield, but at the same time it kind of looks like those blushes from Charlotte Tilbury that everyone calls the boob blushes. And then they've done, like, the cutouts in the palette of the hammer and whatnots. This collection is such a fail, and yeah, I'm a big Marvel fan, so when I saw this, I was like, you've broken my heart, Sephora, more than they usually have. You've broken it again. You've broken it again. Love Lux Beauty have come out with the Pretty Powerful palette. This is one that I was eyeing. I was doing the side eye. It releases on the 8th of March, so it's already out. Nay saying, I'm so pouty about the whole thing about the Marvel. Me too. I was just shattered. The Love Lux Beauty palette, let me see how much this bad boy is, if I can find it. I've never tried anything from Love Lux Beauty. Have any of you tried anything from Love Lux Beauty? I've never really heard them until I follow Indie Makeup Spotlight, which is run by Amy Loves Makeup. So that's where I pretty much discover all, like, the indie brands. And this is the first time I've seen them. This is the palette. Nay saying she has never heard of these guys either, which, yeah, I'm the same. Some of the colors, like, they swatch really pretty. Even the two, this one here and this one here, where they look kind of like that chunky, kind of like burger patty looking formula, similar to the one in, which one was it? Was it the New Nude by Huda? They look similar to that, but they swatch, like, the swatch photos look beautiful. I don't know even where, I don't know why I'm talking about this, because I don't even know where you get them from. I'm going to have a look at their website and see how much they are so I can tell you guys. Oh, here it is. Can you tell me how much you are? Please tell me how much you are. I might want to buy you. Hybrid shadow collection. Their single eyeshadow is like $8, so I don't think it'll be too expensive, that palette. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might have a look at some reviews of this particular brand, and if the reviews are good. You know, sometimes with indie brands it can be a bit hit and miss because they've only just popped up on the radar and no one knows if they're any good, and then they turn out to be really, really crap. So I might have to look at some reviews of, like, the brand and maybe even that palette and see what people say, and then I might actually pick it up. Maybe. I do have these colors in my collection already, so I don't really need it, but it is a very pretty palette. Speaking of colors I already have in my collection, the Natasha Denona Bieber. Is it Bieber or Bieber? Bieber sounds like Justin Bieber, but anyway, the Bieber palette. This is what it looks like. I definitely will not be picking this one up. I saw this and I was like, what a snooze fest. What an absolute snooze fest. I'm sorry if you like neutrals, but this palette, I just saw it and I was like, you already have half of this stuff in your collection. Why are you releasing it again? And $129 for this bad boy. That's 129 US. So that in Australian dollars is a hard no. Look what just popped up in my saved photos. Moving into next week. Lime Crime with their blushes. I don't know whether you guys know this about me, but for some reason I have this weird obsession with blushes that I need a million, even though I know it takes like 2 years to use up one blush. I saw these and I was like, yes, I need more blush. Yes, I definitely need more blush. These are the software blushes in 2 formulas. So there's a matte and a sheer glow. They are $22 US, and some of these look so pretty. Like, they look amazingly pretty. Do I need them? No, I don't need any more blush. Even the packaging. The packaging is cute as well. I'm sorry about the terrible quality on these photos. Why have I come in on the end? We're still here. We're still going, Michelle. You've still got time. Suzanne says Biba is also Indian dress brand, US $129. Will get me a lot of clothes and more blush and highlighters. Packaging is so cute. Yes, I know, these are super cute. I was a bit shocked when I saw these from Lime Crime. I don't know whether it's something that I will pick up though. I'm very interested, but I don't think I need it. I don't think I'll pick them up. I don't really, like, I probably maybe to justify it, I've always got to justify it. I probably would want to pick up a couple and then I would have enough blush for like the next 6 to 10 years, which I don't need. Moving on, who needs more makeup? Obviously I do. One is different. I know. Michelle says blushes look good. I need to start a blush collection. I haven't had Lime Crime since they were a fringe brand. Yes, I'm the same. Nay says need, yes, want always. Definitely. I totally agree with you there. Moving on to something really exciting. So Super Beauty has come to Beauty Day, which is so exciting. No blush collections are damnation for your soul. That's terrible. Everyone needs blush now. Everyone needs blush. Yeah, so Super Beauty has come to Beauty Bay. So if anyone wants to try Super Beauty, which I highly suggest, they are a great brand. Their hydroliners are so good. You can get them from Beauty Bay if you don't want to get them from the Super Beauty website itself. Just thought I'd point that out. Joseph Colors have come out with a Minnie Mouse collection. We all knew this was going to happen. I mean, I like this collection more than the Mickey Mouse, but I'm still not going to buy it. I'm just watching the video of it. There's a palette and a couple of liquid lipsticks again and something else. I swear there was something else. Liquid lipsticks, eyeshadow palette, and glitter liners. Is that what they are? Sorry for the typo. Hubby just came home with food. Next. No, this is the mini collection, not the Mickey collection. Oh, there's eyelashes too. Yeah, this collection I think is a lot better done than the Mickey collection, but I'm still not going to buy it. And moving on. already spoken about that. I've like double saved a lot of the collection. Menagerie have same next. You're not wrong, it's better. Menagerie have come out with some singles, and did you guys hear about the drama with Menagerie this week? It's a bit cringy. I only kind of saw the tail end of it, and I was like, what did I miss? What did I miss? Yeah, so they've come out with singles. Some of them look really good. Not sure how I feel about Menagerie Cosmetics now after what happened this week. So Suzanne hasn't heard the drama. So apparently the Menagerie were going to bring out a whale song palette, which is like this. So their whole theme is around animals. So the feral palette had like some animals on the front, and then they were like making the whale song palette. They were like in the process of designing it and all that. This week, or the last couple of days, the owner of Menagerie Cosmetics posted on her Instagram stories or Instagram, basically blaming her customers for her brand failing. And she quickly took it down because a lot of people were commenting on it, saying it was a bit out of line, which I totally agree. The reason why your brand is failing is not because of your customers, it's because of you. But yeah, she was basically saying that she can't expand her business because no one's buying her products and all this other stuff. And lots of people were commenting on it saying, like, I've purchased everything that you have released. Like, people are buying your products. So she quickly took it down and uploaded an apology for it. Yeah, that's pretty much the essence of the drama. They were also saying like they wouldn't be able to release the whale song palette because they didn't have like enough profits to be able to like turn it into a palette and whatnot. So they had a lot of people commenting, like, one, that they were already going to buy the whale song palette as soon as they released it. And then, yeah, there was a lot of people that said, like, there's lots of people that buy your product. Why are you whinging that you're not making any profits? So bit weird for a brand to be having a rant like that on Instagram. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? So anyway, they are actually going to release the whale song palette. Even though she said that they wouldn't be able to, they are now actually going to release it. So I'm not quite sure. Never install wine cream. That's very true. I feel like sometimes smaller brands, they kind of go through that kind of teething issue. Okay. They all kind of go through that teething issue with when they are really small and coming up. They feel personally attacked when somebody doesn't like their product. So they go into like defensive mode, and it does more damage than good for their like image and their PR. And that's kind of one of the scenarios in her brand's instance that she's had to go through. Yeah, a lot of indie brands, I feel like, have that drama. Like, they go through that stage of feeling personally attacked, and they fight back, and then it ruins their image for a little while. I'm not going to talk about that. The Disney and Aladdin collection. This is another one I was like, I need it. It's so pretty. The palette is beautiful. I don't need the palette, but it is so beautiful. The bronzer has like a little genie lamp in it, and there's a lipstick as well. I don't need this collection. I don't think this one will be coming to Australia either, so I probably won't be able to pick it up. But if I could, I know I'm a sucker. I'm a total sucker. Whenever I see like beautiful packaging, and my brain kind of goes into overdrive, just trying to justify the fact that I would actually use the palette just so I can have the pretty packaging. It's so bad. It's so bad. I probably won't pick it up, but it did definitely grab my attention. I feel like some of these actually look like they might possibly be duochromes, which grabbed my attention as well. I don't think I've actually seen swatches of this palette though, which is concerning. Oh wait, hang on. Is that it? Oh, there are some duochromes. Maybe. Maybe. There are some duochromes in the swatches. I don't know when my camera's definitely gonna have to try and sort this camera out. It's not showing you at all. I will definitely try and fix my camera settings between now and the next live, guys, because I've only just started using this. This is the first time I've used this webcam. XO Beauty have released a clear lash adhesive. I'm not really going to comment whether I'm going to buy it or not, but I just thought it was pretty cool that Shamaxo is like continuing to expand her brand. No, you're doing good. Thanks, Nay. Jeffree Star and the Blue Blood palette or Blue Blood collection. No, can you try it? So can I try the lash glue? I don't wear lashes. I'm the worst beauty blogger in the world. I do not wear lashes. I can put lashes on other people, but when it comes to putting lashes on myself, I suck at it. I suck at it. That was actually like one of my yearly goals is to put lashes, like wear lashes more often, and I still haven't worn them once this year. It was one of my goals last year, and I didn't wear a single pair of lashes at all last year. We're heading that way again this year. I don't know. I have like a drawer full of lashes, and I just never use them. You're like a once a week person. Yeah, me too. I have like, I'm not trying to gloat or anything here, but I feel like I do have pretty good lashes. So that's kind of, I feel like I can get away with not wearing lashes, but I do feel like some of my eye looks, like some of my makeup looks would like take it to the next level if I wore lashes. Did you see Tarte's magnetic liner and lash video? I want to say yes, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I want to say yes, but I don't think I did see it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately, and it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. Moving on to Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette collection. So it's a flat no to all the lipsticks, flat no to all the liquid frosts, flat no to the lip scrub, no to the mirror, the merch, the bag, and it's a no to the palette, but I did want to talk about the palette. I don't think this is the worst blue palette that I've ever seen. I think it's a pretty good blue palette, but I'm not going to buy it because I don't like supporting Jeffree Star. So that's why I'm not going to buy it, but I did want to mention it to you guys and let you know. The lipsticks, I don't really wear blue lipstick. There's like white and then varying shades of blue around to like navy blue. I wouldn't get any use out of them. I do like the fact that they're mini. So if I was going to buy a like navy blue metallic liquid lipstick, I would want it to be in a mini. Liquid frost. I don't know why I need a blue liquid frost, but anyway, maybe one day maybe I could dress up like an alien for Halloween, and I'll grab that and put it all over my body. I'll do a Cat and Haley and do like a full body of liquid frost, but I'll just do blue, and then I'll go to a Halloween party as an alien. Maybe that'd be the only time I would use it. The lip scrubs, I don't need any more lip scrubs, and I don't need any of his merch. So that's that. No one does in Australia. No one in Australia supports Jeffree Star. Is that what you're saying? I'm not keeping up with the comments on time. Just trying to find. Do we want to talk about some more Sol de Janeiro stuff? How do you guys feel about some more Sol de Janeiro? Meh. Okay. May says meh, so we're moving on. BH Cosmetics, the Aries Zodiac mini palette. Michelle is saying I wore Lime Crime's blue lipstick many, many, many moons ago. Not something I do now. Yeah, I agree. What was I going to say? Was that the bullet blue? Was that the like? It was almost like a baby blue, and it was in the like the unicorn bullet. I think I did. I ever pick that one up? I think that was on my list of lipsticks that I wanted to pick up, and I never ended up picking it up. Yeah, liquid lipsticks as well. That my lips are terrible. And I've tried Jeffree Star's formula. Well, I haven't tried it. I've felt it. That sounds weird, but I've just like swatched it and it's like dried out so quickly on my hand. I was like, yeah, you're not going on my lips. BH Cosmetics Zodiac mini palette. So this is the Aries palette. This is the same, going to be the same answer to all the other Zodiac palettes. Out of all the Zodiac palettes, I feel like this is probably the best one. But I still don't like the layout. There is so much negative space in these palettes. It drives me crazy. look at all this like empty space and this giant highlighter in the middle. No one needs this. No one needs this. BH Cosmetics is shooting themselves in the foot with this collection. I was kind of excited about it. It's dragging on, and it's going to be dragging on for the rest of the year. So I was kind of excited about it, but they're not really doing them very well. They're not doing the zodiac signs justice, in my opinion. Then we have the Melt Cosmetics new stack. This is called the Shapeshifter stack. I saw the first color in this collection and I got pretty excited. But at the same time, I was a bit like, that shade's been done. It's like the typical, the brown that shifts green. It's like the blue-brown pigment. Everyone has one of these in their collection, so it's nothing groundbreaking. And then the rest of the colors, they've called it the Shapeshifter stack, but the rest of the colors aren't really Shapeshifter colors. So I don't know why they've gone with the Shapeshifter stack when only one of the colors in the palette is really a shifting color. So disappointed with the new stack. I know, I was like, yeah, this is going to be the Melt stack that I'm going to buy. This is going to be the one that's going to get me hooked on Melt. And then I saw them all and I was like, really? Is that it? Is that the best you can come up with? I'd like to see a new formula from Melt. See, I haven't tried anything from Melt, so I don't know what the formula is like. But I've heard, like, the palettes, people are saying that the like shimmer formulas kind of fall out of the palettes, which to me is a bit odd, a bit disappointing if you're paying that much for a palette and half of it's falling out. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not going to pick this one up. I was really disappointed by this stack. How are we going for time? Do you guys want me to keep going or do you all need to head? Mel says, yes, mine did. I decluttered one of my Melt palettes. Yeah, I've heard that, which is so disappointing because they're not exactly the cheapest palettes. Zoeva's new collection, the Melody collection. I actually quite like this collection as well. This one's sucking me in with the packaging. I kind of want the mirror. I kind of want this mirror right here. But this palette is actually really pretty. When I saw this though, I kind of thought it was these palettes. So these are the Stila palettes. And when I think I saw these ones after the Zoeva palettes. And I was like, wait, hang on. I thought they only released one palette. There's two there. So I kind of thought they were the same. I'm more inclined to go for this palette from Stila. So I think it's the Happy Hour Eyeshadow palette, which is the bottom one with the purples. More inclined to go for this palette here than the one from Zoeva. And these colours are kind of my jam, so I'm thinking about getting this Stila palette. Love the Zoeva packaging. Have to talk about Tarte blue palette. I'm getting there. I'm interested in those Stila palettes too. I've never tried their formula. Yeah, I've never tried the Stila formula, but people say it's pretty good. So that might be the first Stila eyeshadow palette that I purchase. Pat McGrath has released single eyeshadows. They are $35 each, which is a heck of a lot of money to be paying for a single eyeshadow. Needless to say, I don't have a spare like $150 to be spending on these single eyeshadows when I'm only going to get, I'm terrible at maths. Why did I just throw these numbers out? Like when I'm only going to be getting like 3 or 4, MAC is $40, so they're kind of up there. Yeah, I know. They are very pretty. Like there are some pretty colors in this collection with the singles, but I don't think I would get them. I'd be interested to know. I'm not going to do the math right now. Not worth it though, but I guess good for people who want to try without splashing out $200. That was one thing I was actually going to say. Like, I'm not sure whether I really want to try Pat McGrath anymore. I haven't actually had a chance to go in store and swatch them yet. But if I just wanted to maybe see if the formula was for me, I mean, picking up one could potentially be a good way to start for me. I don't know. None of them really grabbed my attention though. Only really the purple. The purple and the teal. Melt, no, we're over you. Makeup Revolution and the Makeup by Tammy palette. This is actually a really nice palette. I am intrigued by this palette. I think Makeup Revolution might be coming to Priceline. I don't know whether I've got the right brand. I think Makeup Revolution is the one that's coming to Priceline. So I would be keen to just at least check out what they've got and see what they're like. I think it's one of their foundations is really popular, or their concealer. I can't remember what it's called, but I am interested to see what Priceline gets from Makeup Revolution and stocks in their stores. But yeah, this Tammy palette is pretty cool. Like for a collaboration palette, I think it would be pretty cool. Is it their stick foundation? Isn't there the one of their foundations that has the big doe foot applicator on the end? I think is that from Makeup Revolution? I can't remember. Let me see. This one, the Conceal and Define. That's the one I'm talking about. Okay. What do you guys think of the Colourpop and Disney Villain Collection? Because this is another one that I was a little bit disappointed with. I was hoping that they would hit the mark, and I feel a little bit let down by it. You're keen to see as well. Yeah, I think I'm interested to see. Sometimes Priceline though, like they stock really weird parts of brands, so I hope they have a good like overall stock of what Makeup Revolution sell. Yeah, so the Disney Villain Collection. I'm really disappointed in this collection. I mean, the packaging is really cool. They've kind of done well on the packaging. I wish that they kind of picked different villains though. Yeah, they've got Gorilla, Ursula, Hades. Mel says she agrees, disappointed with the Villains Collection. I wish the outside packaging was on the actual packaging. Yes, that is one thing. Yeah, they've chosen not weird villains. Like obviously they're all Disney villains. I feel like they should have chosen more villains from like our childhood. They probably would get more money if they chose like Scar and different ones like that. So The Disney Villain has a highlighter I liked. That's about it. Yeah. I like the lipsticks. The lipsticks, how they've got like the villain imprint on the side. I thought that was really cool. The palette's a bit meh though. Just meh. Moving on to Glam Light, and I just want to say I told you guys so. Remember when I showed the pizza palette and I was like, they really need to bring out like pizza slices? They're bringing out pizza slice palettes. So there's going to be a meat lovers and a veggie lovers. I don't know what the colors inside are going to be like. It'll probably be very disappointing, but they're bringing it out nonetheless. That's my point. Shapeshifter palette, goodbye. Okay, now, Suzanne, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's talk about this. So the Icy Betch palette is finally coming out. It's only taken Tarte a year. We'll give them credit, less than a year, because it was April Fool's joke, and well, they've sneak peeked it. They're going to be releasing it on April Fool's this year. Wouldn't that be a total funny if this whole thing that they were going to actually release it turns out to be a joke again? Yeah, this one I'm very disappointed in. I like the colors though. I wish they just released what they actually released as the joke originally. The packaging is pretty cool. I don't like the fact that there's a giant highlighter in it. But when you actually see the swatches, I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. Yeah, I like most of the colors. So this is what we're like. There's a giant highlighter like right here. Why do we need a giant highlighter? You could have taken that out and added an extra 4 shadows. Yeah, so I don't hate it, but I don't like the layout. And I just don't, like we have the square shadows, but then we have these really oblong shadows and then the giant highlighter. I don't understand why they've done this. Why didn't you just do a normal size, like the Tartelette Bloom palettes, just in blue? I don't know. Are they scared that it's going to ruin like the Tartelette line if they do one in blue? Maybe that's why they didn't follow that trend. But I'm not hating the colors. I don't think I'll pick it up because I don't like the layout. But I think it's pretty. Like, I don't think it's the worst Tarte palette that I've ever seen. I don't think it's the best palette I've ever seen either. What's everyone saying? Suzanne saying, I really like most of the colors. May saying, nope, still no. Mel is saying, I actually don't mind it, but I hate the layout. Why is the highlighter so big? People wanted the Icy Betch for the blues and greens, not a massive highlighter. Exactly. Suzanne says they're lazy. Michelle says, same, I like the colors. And Suzanne says, kudos to no neutrals. Exactly. They haven't put any neutral. They've got like a skin tone white, which I'm not against having in a palette. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the oblong palettes either, which is why you pass on the Tutti Frutti. I don't even think I swatched the Tutti Frutti. I wasn't really interested in full stop. So, yeah, like, I think I've done it well. Not the best, but not bad for Tarte. I think we only have a few more things to talk about. Yeah, we only have a few more things to talk about, and then we'll jump off. So Colourpop have brought out some new single blushes. Why are we talking about blushes again? You guys know how I feel about blushes. They're really pretty, and actually, I think they have a BYOP. Is it BYOP? Yeah, BYOP at the moment for blushes, and you can get 6 blushes and the palette for $30. So if you do want to buy blushes, just bear in mind that 6 blushes will probably take you about 12 years to use them up. So you probably don't need 6 blushes if if you aren't like a makeup artist or if you don't do crazy eye looks all the time, you could get by on just one blush. Nay says, no more blushes. But I like blush. Glass House have brought back their limited edition candles. I really wanted the Grandma's Punch candle last year. I missed out on it. Might pick it up this year. It's pomegranate and strawberry. They've also released 2 new candles, which is Bubblegum Burst and Cotton Candy Cloud. I think I'm going to need to go smell these. Not that I need any more candles. Ooh, love a good sale. My soul be damned. Yeah, I'm trying to get away from candles because I feel like they're a little bit of a waste of money for me. But I think I need to go smell these. Moving on to the new balm collection. This collection's really cute actually. They've called it the Auto Balm, and that's because they are these little kind of number plate palettes. I think that's a really cool play on words. May says TK Maxx candles are super good for budget. Okay, I have a TK Maxx in my town. Maybe I'll go check them out. I actually have like a load of essential oils that I put like in a diffuser, so that's kind of why I don't need any more candles, because I have lots of oils that I need to use up before I buy anything else to make my house smell good. So the Auto Balm collection is a blush palette and then 2 eyeshadow palettes, and they also have this weird primer thing that comes in like singles, but it's in a palette form, not a tube or a pot, which is weird. Nay's gonna hate me again, but I'm really interested in this blush palette. This blush palette's really, really cute. It's really cute. This is what it looks like. And you can actually take the palette out of the tins. One thing I'm interested in is whether you could still put other eyeshadows into the tin. Like if you took the blush palette out and then put singles into it, could you use it as like a little travel palette? That's one thing that I am curious about, whether like the bottom of the tin is magnetic or not. I don't know whether they've put like a magnetic strip in it or not, or whether it's just a tin. If it's just a tin, I might have to stick something on the bottom of my eyeshadows, which I don't really want to do. But I like the fact that you can take it out. And I'm interested in potentially using it as like a mini travel palette. Not interested in either of the eyeshadow palettes though. But I do think it's a pretty cute collection. The balm always seems to come up with like cute collections. And also the balm is coming to your Priceline as well, which is exciting. Now, I think this will be the last thing we talk about, because this was the thing that I was probably the most excited about. Oh, I think I have a dog hair on my lash. This is probably one of the things that I was the most excited about, and I was let down the most. Can you guys guess what I'm talking about? It's the Urban Decay and Game of Thrones collection. Oh, my heart broke into a million pieces when I think this got sneak peeked yesterday. I just don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. I think I'm still going to pick it up though. Yeah. Nay is saying, until we saw it, what the fuck is that palette? Yes, I know. Like I had my expectations were like way up here. Like they were like through the roof. And then like I came crashing, tumbling down. Lucky my life wasn't depending on this collection, because it just, the palette background packaging puts me off. Yeah, I know. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. I don't know if any of you saw it. I did a recreating one of the looks from their campaign. It was the one with the blue eyeshadow. I recreated that, and yeah, like I've been like, every time I see one of the new looks that are released, I kind of like gasp, and my heart like flutters a little bit, because I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like, what's going to be in the collection? What's going to be in collection? The looks are amazing. They're stunning. They're so beautiful. And then I saw the palette, and I'm so disappointed. I'm so heartbroken. Like, I'm just so heartbroken. Nay says throws things. Yes, that's exactly. I was like, what? What are you doing? So I think I might still get it though. I'm a glutton for punishment. I think I might still get it. The highlighter palette is a bit, I don't know what's going on there. It's based after the Mother of Dragons. Each highlighter is named after one of the dragons. But then we have a pink. I'm assuming it's a goldy color and a bronzy color. And you've named it after the dragons. The dragons aren't that color to begin with, so that's a bit weird. The imprint in the highlighters, Nay says, oh, I'm going to buy it. Nay says, oh, I'm going to buy it. I'm just already disappointed myself for buying it. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm going to buy like the whole collection, but I'm so ashamed of myself to say that. Yes, the colors are WTF. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here. Like, by all means, have these color highlighters in the palette, but don't name it after the dragons. Find something else in Game of Thrones to be able to justify a pink, a gold, and a bronze highlighter. I don't know, name it after the castles. Like, that's a bit closer to those colors than the dragons. The lipsticks I am a little bit intrigued about. They look like they might potentially all be, not all of them, but some of them look metallic. But I think I'm still going to get all of them. The eyeliners, I need more colored eyeliners. Yes, it's a need. It's a need. I need, sorry. The eyeliners, I think I will pick them up. I'll get use out of them anyway. The lip and cheek tint. This is really weird. I don't know what the hell is with this lip and cheek tint. Exactly the castles or the characters if you can't get it right. I know. It's ridiculous. What did they? What's the lip and cheek tint? What the hell is the lip and cheek tint after? Oh, Dracarys lip and cheek stain. Right. What do we have? The Night King, Dragon Smoke, Lannister Gold, and Winterfell Snow for the eyeliner. See, they've done right. Like, they've named them according to actual characters or actual things in the freaking in the actual story. Like, sorry, Nate, Dracarys. I'm losing my voice. Take pity on me. And then we also have 2 eyeshadow brushes. So we've got Jon Snow's Longclaw and Arya Stark's Needle eyeshadow brush. Yeah, I'm so disappointed. I just should have spoke about this first, because now we're going to finish on a sad note. One thing of note, with the palette, they've got, obviously you've all seen it, with the weird flip-up throne thing. I don't know, like, I feel like they could have kept this design, but actually executed it better. What is the throne for? What is the throne for? I know, right? The circle of ranty Urban Decay disappointment. I know. Like, What is the throne for? If they actually built the throne into the palette better and used it for something rather than just something that you just look at and flip up and do nothing with. If they actually used the throne as like a stand for something, I could get behind it a little bit more, but it's purely just a piece of cardboard that flips up as a pop-up. I'm so mad. Even if they made it flip the other way and had it like a pop-up similar to the starting credits where they have all the like the actual castles and stuff pop up, that would be cool. Like if they had a map that popped up and it was like the whole of the kingdom with all the different castles and everything like that, that would be cool, instead of this stupid bloody throne that just pops up. Obviously the throne is really important, but what are you supposed to do with it? What are you supposed to do with it? Yeah, the houses pop up. Yeah, like that would be cool. That would be cool. Or even instead of, like, I probably wouldn't use the mirror in it. Maybe some people would. If you had, instead of the mirror, like the whole thing opened up and all the houses pop up out of it, that'd be cool. Because they'd be putting the throne to some use. I don't know. Even, or they could have put the throne in the actual PR kit and had it pop out with the palette in it or something like that. I don't know. It could have been done so much better. I'm so mad. On that note, though, I don't know what the eyeshadow formula is going to be like, considering it's such a shit collection. Well, it's not a shit collection. Everyone's still really excited about it. Everyone's still going to probably buy it. Even though they've executed it poorly, I'm praying that the eyeshadows are the amazing Urban Decay formula that we all know and love, not the crappy formula that is making everyone not want to buy anything from their brand anymore. So I'm crossing my fingers that it's actually a good palette and it's not just going to be a waste of my money. It's going to be a waste of my money nonetheless, but I hope I can actually use it. Anyway, that's that. That's that. I don't know what I'm more disappointed about. I think the eyeliners are the best thing of the collection. And the lipsticks. The lipsticks aren't too bad. But yeah, I think the eyeliners are like the best part of it. Anyway, I think that's probably it. I don't really have anything else to talk about, and we have been here for a very long time. Ordinarily, I only do these for like an hour and a half. Ordinarily, I only do these for about an hour, guys, and we've been here for an hour and a half. So I am very impressed with you all turning up and hanging out with me. I hope you are enjoying the rest of your weekend. It's Sunday night here in Australia, so I have to jump off and go do some more editing and get some videos organized for you. So I'm going to jump off and I will see you guys in the next live, which will be sooner than you guys think. Make sure you check out tomorrow morning's video. It's going to be a really exciting announcement for you. But I will see you tomorrow and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye, guys.